Oh,
I'm cutting that out.
why? That's such a good way to start an episode.
Welcome everyone to Descant episode number 17. I had 17 in my head and I still said 16.
Is it 17?
It is 17. I'm Eli.
I'm Noah.
There you go. Now you're getting it.
I know who I am. I figured it out.
Pog.
That's pog.
That's Noah's new favorite word.
It's been one of my favorite words for a long time. Joseph and I just started to...
He says it constantly. So, can we explain why it's 11:18?
Why is it 11:18?
Because you needed pods.
Amen. I had to go get jewel pods.
And he made me take him. He forced me against my will. I'm just kidding. I willingly took him because I don't care. I fully support your nicotine addiction.
Thank you. I'm glad someone does. Other than Joseph.
So, welcome to a new episode.
What?
I just wanted to make that awkward on purpose. So, we're trying a new format today. And, in the past, we've done episodes that are one general topic for the whole episode, and then we just, go where it leads. But this episode, we're going to try several different topics, like little small things that we can talk about just for a short amount of time, and just see where that goes. I've been writing stuff down like all week that I think of that would be interesting to talk about, and it's not necessarily stuff that takes a lot of time to talk about. So I thought that would be interesting, and if we don't get through it all, that's fine too.
Yeah.
So I want to ask first if you have anything you want to talk about before we get to all my stuff, because I just have like a full list.
Well, I had something off the top of my head, and this was just something I thought of when you asked me if I had anything that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
This is very random, but I feel like it's information that I don't know. What is your favorite fruit?
Huh. Well, I definitely like the combination of strawberry and banana.
See, in pure fruit form, I like that, but like smoothie, well, I can
strawberry banana smoothies are so good.
I can deal with it. It's just not my favorite. You know what I hate?
What?
Strawberry kiwi. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I like strawberry banana.
On its own, it'd be strawberry or banana.
You know,
I can't really decide.
You know, strawberry kiwi, the strawberry kiwi, what is it? Capri Sun?
Yeah.
Dude, I hate those. Those are the worst ones.
Bro, how can you hate Capri Sun?
No, I like Capri Sun. I hate the strawberry kiwi ones.
How can you hate anything about something to do with Capri Sun?
In a metal pouch with a straw attached.
Yeah, dude.
It's gross.
Childhood. Episode 3.
Yeah. I like, what is it, just the regular Capri Suns?
Yeah.
Whatever the other ones are. I also like the, specific fruit flavored ones. Like the blueberry ones, those are good.
Blueberry?
They remind me of, Florida.
Speaking of fruit, this is actually something that I already had written down. First of all, is a beet a vegetable or a fruit?
Hey Google, is a beet a vegetable?
Yes, beets are vegetables.
Yes. Sponsored by Google. Oh, Beats. Sponsored by water.
Not Beats headphones.
Let's just bring that back.
I'm pretty sure Apple owns Beats, which is interesting.
Really?
I think so. I think they acquired them semi-recently.
So beets are a vegetable. So that's really not a lead up at all. But now we're on that topic. So
just continue with.
What is that? A segue? That was so good. That was. You really had me going.
I know. Just so you guys know, I didn't tell him about that. I just got up and went to the other side of the room.
I had no idea what you were doing.
He was so confused.
I was like...
Also, do you know how to spell segue?
SEGWA.
In terms of the...
WHEY?
No. In terms of the, vehicle segue, it is that. It's SEGWAY. But in terms of, segueing into another topic, it's SEGUE. That's how you spell Segway. I think it's
What?
French.
That does sound French. What?
Segu.
Segway.
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 Speaking, back to beets though. I wrote this down because I hate beets.
You just have this burning
I just wanted to say
beets.
that. No, not because I passionately hate them or whatever, but that's one of the only foods that I can think of that I just
Like canned
won't-
beets,
I guess, yeah.
like the purple ones,
Yeah.
like when they're like
Yeah.
solid. I like those.
That's like the only thing that I won't eat.
I like canned beets. I think they're all right. It's not my
Like,
favorite food.
We've talked about it. I'm pretty sure we've talked about in the past how there's like no food that I don't like, or at least no food that I won't tolerate.
Yeah.
Like tomatoes are a good example. I don't like tomatoes, but I will tolerate tomatoes.
Yeah.
Like
when they're
on,
like in stuff.
on a taco or whatever. Like I don't
salsa.
I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah.
And freaking ketchup.
It's a bad comparison.
Why?
Does ketchup taste like tomatoes? And if you say yes, you're wrong. It doesn't. I've made that argument, and someone's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "No, you're stupid. Shut up." No, it doesn't. They're like, "It's a tomato smooth." No, you're wrong. Your opinion is invalid, and you don't have a choice in this matter.
Ketchup, maybe. Bro, is a hot dog a sandwich? I don't want to talk about that.
Is water wet?
I don't want to talk about that.
Let's not talk about it. I go way too far into it, and I think Grayley and I have had this conversation, and she was like, "Why do you put so much thought into it?" And I was like, "I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I need to be doing, and I'm sitting here thinking about water." Sponsor.
So,
Well, why do you hate beets? Let's elaborate on that, because
Why?
I want to know your...
because they taste like the inside of a butt.
They're fine. I don't
know.
I used to love beets as a kid. Like, I don't have
I don't
such
even
a passion.
remember what they taste like. Like, I have nothing to actually compare it to because I've just canceled that.
You've deleted it.
Yeah.
Control-Alt-Delete, bring up task manager, end task. No more beats.
Get them out of here, dude.
I'm like completely content.
I'm
with
gonna beat
beats.
them up.
Wow. Oh, that's Pog.
Noah and I talked about having an entire episode devoted to dad jokes, and I think that is an incredible idea,
don't
but I
think
feel
we
like
can-
he's not on board.
I don't think we can drag that out for an hour, bro. That could be a short episode.
Half an hour?
We might be able to do half an hour.
Dad jokes.
Dad jokes are
This actually, segue, kind of leads me into my next topic. Now, it's going to take me a while to explain why it leads me into my next topic, but I'll get there, so bear with me. So this past Friday, that doesn't make sense. It's Monday.
good. Monday the 2nd.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
My birthday's on
March
a
2nd.
Monday. Sunday?
Monday,
It's on a
right?
Monday,
'Cause
yeah.
it's 2 weeks.
My birthday's
Right.
the 16th, by the way. I'm about to be 20 years
Happy birthday.
old. Have you seen that? Sheen. Have you Sheen? You know Sheen
Can we have a
from,
birthday episode?
Have you seen that? You know Sheen from, God, what is that show?
Charlie Sheen.
No.
What?
What is that show?
I don't know.
Sheen from Jimmy Neutron?
Is that the... No, that's Carl. Have you heard Redbone sang by Carl from
Yes.
Jimmy Neutron? It is so good.
It is. And anything, what is it? Carl. His name's like Carl Fagan or something like
I'm going to
that.
cringe when I edit that. Carl Fagan.
I don't know the words. You know who I like?
What?
This is weird because I don't listen to sad music anymore because sad music makes me sad,
Yes.
and I'm already sad enough, so I don't need more sad
Music
music.
is a very strong influence on your mood, like, regardless of what you think.
So I mainly listen to Big Old Gravy and just stupid meme songs because they make me happy. But
That's fair.
someone I do like if I'm sad is Joji.
Yeah.
Because like all of his
Slow
stuff,
Dancing in the Dark.
that's such
is
a good song.
the perfect night drive song.
Yes. Also, I love the high, like
It's
when he sings really
fun.
high. It's
Can you
so-
belt that? It's fun.
I can, yeah. I love
It's so
that.
fun. just alone in your car driving at night. Also, the harmony on that is fun.
In the dark. Yeah, that's a good song. If you haven't heard Slow Dancing in the Sun...
Slow Dancing in the Dark.
Help. I'm having a freaking... an aneurysm. Hemorrhoid. Isn't that when you have bumps on your butt? Hemorrhoids?
Let's not talk about hemorrhoids.
That's in The Office. Michael is in the woods and he thinks he's alone and he's like, I can say anything I want, and then he screams, I have hemorrhoids, and it's so funny.
Anyway, back to my story. You ruined my segue. No, I'm just kidding.
I broke the wheel off.
So this past Friday, how did we get onto this? What is wrong with us?
I have no idea, brother man.
This past Friday, I went to a town that is 4 hours away from me, specifically for the reason to listen to my uncle's band. It's called Room 27. I've talked about it on here before. Bro, their performance was slapping. It was so good. They go hard.
Do they?
That's the first time.
What kind of music is it?
It's like, I've been asked this like 3 times, and every time I've tiptoed around it because I don't know.
Is it like bluegrass?
No. It's
Is it something your sister would listen to?
Yeah, I mean, she likes them, yeah.
Okay, then I know the type of music it is. It's the type of music that nobody likes.
No, they're good. They're genuinely really good. Hold on.
Are we gonna get copyright strike for playing one of their songs?
I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna read something.
Are they actually? Oh, they're on Spotify?
Yeah, they have a record label, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's honestly really cool.
Where's the... There's a... About. Here it is. It says... Formed in 2016, Room 27 has been writing and producing songs that have an alluring tone that bends the barriers between rock, folk, and blues. The combination of rock, folk, and blues I would call indie.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's indie.
Like, I don't know if I already said this, but
Look at the
that's
song
how
that's currently playing. Justin Bieber Wrist by Young Gravy.
That's him.
Is it all guys?
No, it's 2... Well... They have 3 members now.
Oh, what happened?
Why do you have to ask me that?
What? You don't have to answer.
It's my uncle, this guy named Sam, and this girl named... Oh, I'm gonna feel bad. I don't remember her name. I don't remember her name. I'm looking up her name. What is her name? Where is it? Hello?
What is the name Room 27? Is it Room 27?
Kelsey. That's her name.
Is it
Room 27, yes.
What is it? What is that?
It's, I believe it was started with, like, just a couple of friends jamming in a dorm room, and it was Room 27.
Okay.
Which is
yeah,
pretty cool.
I can vibe with that.
But...
The 6 o'clock podcast?
I had to cross a mountain.
Remember when we named our texture pack on Minecraft? What was it, like 428 texture?
406 sounds.
406 sounds.
Freaking 4 a.m.
It was 4:06 a.m. and we were like, "What are we gonna call this?" And we
I
were
still
just
have
sitting,
that.
I know, so do I.
Cluck, cluck.
That was the only thing we changed.
Just the chicken sounds. We only changed the chicken sounds.
And we plan on changing everything, but we were like, it's like 5 in the morning now. We're so tired.
And then we just never did it, because that's who we are.
Yeah.
But I had to cross a mountain during this trip. The drive was a total of 4 hours. I only drove, like, 2. And then I met with some of my friends, and then they drove the rest of the way. But they were just... I mean, they're a small band, but they are good. And they were just playing in a coffee shop. Yeah. And they posted it on their Instagram and stuff. And I was like, I'm just going to go. Like,
go vibe.
I've never heard them live. Mm-hmm. I've never seen him play. Well, I mean, other than, like, in his room. Like, forever
just
ago.
hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Does he sing?
He gets so into it.
Yeah. Does he sing?
Like, I didn't know he did, but he was like, singing harmony every once in a while
Yeah.
and like just accompanying stuff.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. And there were a few songs that he just freaking like screamed on. Like some of their music is pretty intense.
Yeah.
But
Do they write songs?
yes.
Okay.
But this mountain was freaking coated in snow, and it added like another freaking half an hour,
3
45
hours.
minutes to the trip there and back. So it definitely wasn't a good time to go, but I'm really glad that I did because
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And it was, of course, just nice to see him, nice to meet his bandmates.
Yeah.
And it was honestly like kind of inspiring too, because I've always been into music, but it just makes me want to create.
Yeah, I mean, they just started.
Yeah,
They were just like, let's...
they were
make a
just
band.
friends jamming, and then they just did something with it.
Yeah.
I just think it's really cool.
Remember when you and I were singing... What song was it that we were singing? And then we were on Ben's boat. You were there. Or was it Poe? It was Poe.
Like what?
Me and Poe were on Ben's boat, and we were at the dock, and we were singing one of the songs from The Greatest Show, The Greatest Showman. What is the song?
I know. The other side.
Yeah. Right here, right now. I put the offer down. I don't want to chase you down. I know you see it.
That song is so fun to sing, but I don't
It
know
is.
a single one of the freaking words.
I know probably half of them, and I know half of each of the parts, so I can't
We
sing.
should sing that in the car.
We should.
I love that song.
But Poe and I actually planned on doing a cover of it, and we still want to. So that might have to go on the group channel.
Bro, add some choreography and stuff. Well, I mean, would you call that choreography? Just like movement, not necessarily dancing.
I mean, anything.
I
that's-
get- I guess it
that's
would,
choreography. Because
But-
technically, like blocking in a play, that's choreography.
That's true. But I just want to say, shout out to my Uncle Jeffrey for the like 5th time. You're awesome. If you're listening.
I continuously forget that his name's Jeffrey.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's Jeffrey, which is different.
Not Jeffrey. It's
Yeah.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Okay, that's cool.
Also, well, I can't say that. I was going to say his last name.
I mean, you could say his last name.
I guess. Because if you just look up Room 27, it's on there. His
Yeah.
last name's Renard. So,
Yeah, I mean,
His-
he already has a name for himself.
his Instagram handle
Yeah.
is JEFFREYNARD. So it's
Oh.
like that's so
Is
clever.
that how he spells it? REYNARD?
Yeah,
That's cool. I like
it's
that.
literally in the middle. It's so cool.
Jeffrey Nard.
Also, he made a really funny joke at the coffee house. They were like taking a short break, and he went downstairs to get some coffee, and I came down there to use the bathroom, and I just like walked by him and was talking to him and stuff, and they had a like blend or something, and it was labeled Descent, and that's one letter away from Descant.
Yeah.
But obviously it's pronounced very differently. And he was like, "Hey Eli, is that your podcast?" And I was like, "You know!" What a man.
Does
And
he
then
listen or does he just know?
I know he's listened a little bit because he, whenever we had Christmas and Mammals, we talked about the video game episode, and he recommended me another game based off of a game that I talked about.
Is he a gamer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He played Fortnite. He probably still plays Fortnite.
I regret to inform everybody that I actually enjoy Fortnite.
but
I haven't played the new season. You
I
might need to get on
downloaded
that.
it.
Okay, we
I
need to do
updated
that
it.
at some point because it looks really fun.
But he also Snapchatted me yesterday and sent me, you know, the like little silica gel packets that say like don't throw away and don't eat.
Oh, the things in like beef jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of here, I'll show you a picture.
I know what they are.
But he sent me one with that on it. It's a word like I have no idea what it is, but it's DESICCANT.
Desiccant.
Desicant, I don't know, whatever. But he sent me a picture of one of those, and he was like, "Bro, you got merch?" And I was like,
That's pretty good.
and then I sent him a picture of our mugs, and I was like, "Yes."
We do have merch. Merch dropping at 1,000 subs.
Bro, if anyone ever wants to buy a mug, hit us up.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I have to say about that story. It was so much fun. Also, I do want to say that I got home at 3:45 in the morning, and I regret nothing.
So this is stemming away a little bit, but it's still
That's fine, bro.
You and I, you said you wanted to go to Music Midtown, correct?
Possibly.
That's
That's the one that's like
in Atlanta, and it's 2 days, and there's 4 major bands playing, and then there's like 1,800 more playing.
yeah.
It's the one I went to.
I remember
with
talking
Ben.
about it with you, but I'm not. We haven't said much about it in a while.
As of right now, the only band that's confirmed, as far as I know, is
It's
My
like
Chemical
My
Romance.
Yeah.
And Ben has already stated he's like, I want to go regardless. And Karina and Catherine
That's
have
fair.
already bought tickets. Because My Chem
Of
is
course.
like just now getting back together, so it's like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
They yeah.
Just play a freaking C and everyone
If you don't
goes
know,
crazy.
I thought it was a G. I think it's a G.
Well, does it really matter? You just
Yeah.
play a single note, and
Is it? Hold on.
My Chemical Romance fans just materialize behind you. No.
Is-
Let's not do this again, Noah. There you go. That's the end of the segment.
I was so close to playing it perfectly my first time. When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. Yeah.
Whoa. That was beautiful.
And then I don't know the rest of the words at all. That song, you know what that song reminds me of? And
What?
keep just the structure of the song, Bohemian Rhapsody. Because it doesn't have a chorus or anything like that. It's one of those songs that's like it's a ballad. Is that what those are called?
Bro, I don't know.
Because there's no chorus. It's like telling a story, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what Bohemian Rhapsody is. And when Freddie Mercury, when they all made that song, they didn't think it would be as successful. And honestly, a song like that shouldn't be successful because it isn't catchy.
Yeah.
Like the way that like pop songs
But
are
it
catchy.
is unique.
Yes, and it is
I feel
catchy.
like that's important.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean, you play that opening chord from Bohemian Rhapsody, and every white person within a 700-mile radius will start screaming.
Yeah.
It. Like, honestly, any person. Everyone loves that song. The same about... Also, this is just my matter of opinion, but I feel like it's correct. If the national anthem wasn't our national anthem, you know? Like the Star Spangled... If that wasn't our national anthem, Don't Stop Believing would be.
American Pie.
I don't know that song. Everyone knows Don't Stop Believing.
Or is it called American Pie? I know you know this song that I'm talking about. It's not called American Pie.
Sing it. What is it?
Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee.
And the levee
but
was
the
dry.
levee was dry.
I know that song.
Them good old boys.
This'll be the day
Drinking
that I die.
whiskey and rye.
That is American Pie. It's called American.
This'll be the day that I die.
But no, Don't Stop Believing would be our anthem.
Do 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 do
Do,
do 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 do.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. I think I was off key.
It's fine.
I was on key for my key, but not yours. Wait, I sang the right notes for whatever key I was in. But
Bro, you're not off key. You're just singing in a different key.
There it is.
That's all.
What were we
That's
talking
such
about
a
before that?
Stupid
remember at all.
excuse.
Oh,
Back to
Music Midtown. That's what it was.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say something about. Oh, back to music being unique, or these songs being unique. I feel like, especially for people like us that live and breathe music, uniqueness is really important in music because it's very rare.
And a lot of songs are just copy
Very
and
predictable.
paste. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean they're bad.
It doesn't.
But it's like when the whole trap scene started up, it was like, oh, this is new and different because it's less about music and more about the lyrics. and it's less about the musicality of it all. But now that trap has been popular since probably 2015, I would say 2015, 2016.
I suppose.
It's like anytime a new trap song comes out, it's like, okay, you have bass, you have drums,
you have a drop.
Yeah, and it's
right here. It's gonna be in like
you can
tell, like,
and I feel like somebody, and I know you agree with me on this because you said it. The way that Young Gravy does his music is very interesting because he has such a wide variety of music. He'll sample things from other songs, but then when he does stuff with like Baby No Money, all of that is original, and it's like so simplistic, and it's so much more about what they're saying and stuff like that. And obviously they're not saying anything really important. But the whole point of, I would say, every Gravy song is just being catchy.
Yeah.
And just being fun.
I said this on the way over here. I like pretty much everything about his music but the lyrics. The beat on every one of his songs is so good.
It is.
The music is so good.
The songs that he chooses,
the lyrics,
they're so stupid.
Why?
Articuno around my neck.
Why?
That's so good.
Juice, sauce, a little bit of dressing, ice, wrist, little bit of flexing.
That's so good.
So stupid.
But I love the fact that he teams up with Baby No Money all the time. They're like best friends because Baby No Money raps about like real things, and then Gravy does the complete opposite. And just seeing them work on songs together is so funny. But it's funny because Gravy, the contrast between the way that he makes his music and the things that he raps about is so great.
All right, Noah, I think we should move on, and I want you to pick our next topic.
These are all your things, so...
I mean, I know you're not going to know what they mean, but just pick one.
Descent and Descant are on here, and that's funny. Do the handicap story. I want to know about that one.
Okay.
The thing on his list is handicap story with crazy lady, and I'm very intrigued. I've not heard this story.
This is... It's been like probably almost... Well, I guess not almost a week. I guess it's just felt like a long time because a lot's happened since then. This was probably Wednesday of last week or something, so almost a week. But I'm going to rough up all the details now. So, this lady comes in. It was about, like, as a movie was starting.
This is at work?
Yeah, this is at work. I work at a movie theater, in case you didn't know. This lady comes in, what's the word I'm looking for? She doesn't go to the ticket window. There's a word for that. I don't know. Skips the ticket window. She comes in. She was like, "Can I get a ticket for this movie?"
And so like, go outside.
So already she's like stupid.
Yeah. She can see the line.
And she seemed really funny and cool at first. Like she was making me laugh left and right. She was just cracking jokes about my coworker and everything. But apparently, like, he made her a pretzel in the past, and he, like, messed something up. And she was like, I want a pretzel with absolutely nothing on it. You messed it up last time. And it was so funny. But she seemed like a cool person, and I was like, okay, sweet. And she was talking about how she was back for the second time to see a movie she'd already seen, so she didn't care about, like, missing the first part of it or whatever. So she was just talking to us. And she was from about like an hour away. And she was talking about a cinema that she frequents a lot in the town she lives in. And she was like, she mentioned how they did her dirty recently. And I made the mistake of asking what happened.
I can only imagine.
She was... I just really wish I'd kept my mouth shut.
Not said anything. Just been like, haha, Here's your pretzel, bye.
Yeah, she was like, it was almost to the point of suing. Like, I might still sue. This happened, like, Sunday, and I'm still mad about it. She said that, like, word for word. And I was like, I really should not have asked. But she went on and on and on about this for so long about what happened. So, here's the situation. And I don't know if my understanding is really...
I can feel the distress
it's
in your
so
body
stupid
right now.
I don't know really how accurate my understanding is because, you know, I wasn't there and it's been a while. But she's handicapped. Like, something's wrong with her knees, she said.
Yeah.
So she sits in handicapped seats.
Yeah.
And this theater apparently had a row, like, in the middle, like, middle way down.
Yeah.
You know?
Is it the whole row?
Yeah. It's,
I don't know why it wouldn't be.
She described it in, like, very much in detail. It was, like, 2 handicap seats, and then, like, a space, and then, like, 2 handicap seats, and then some seats for, like, friends of handicapped people.
I'm imagining in our school theater.
Yeah.
You know the back
Fine Arts
row
Center.
where it's like there's like
That's basically exactly I think what she was trying to get at.
basically in the back row there's like one seat on each end and then like a couple in the middle.
Yeah, she was very detailed about it. You could tell she was heated because she was giving so much detail.
Yeah.
I feel that's something I've just realized. I feel like when people talk about something, or I don't know people if I would say people in general, but when a lot of people talk about something that they're angry about, they give more detail.
Yeah. I can see that, yeah.
I'm literally doing that right now.
Yeah. You were doing that in the car. He was getting really heated about something.
That's true. That's weird. Why do you think that is?
You just went on and on, bro. You're annoying. No, I'm just kidding.
Oof. But, apparently, so she went to the movies with 2 of her grandchildren, I think, and they were Hispanic. That will become relevant in a minute.
Okay. You about to be racist?
Is it Hispanic or Latino?
I think, and this is coming from an ignorant white male. I think they're interchangeable, but I'm not positive.
Is it Hispanic? Is
Latino is like including like the Filipino islands and stuff like that. I'm fairly certain. I'm not positive.
Should I just say Spanish?
No, because that implies they're from Spain.
What word do I use?
I would just use Hispanic.
Hispanic. We'll go with that. We're both very uneducated on that. Clearly, it's not no offense.
Yeah, well,
or anything.
We literally do not know.
I don't.
And if we're being offensive, we're incredibly sorry. We're not trying to be.
But apparently, somebody else who was handicapped came to see a movie, and they, for some reason, expected them to move because they weren't handicapped or whatever.
The grandchildren?
I guess. I mean, they wanted them all to move.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. And they like brought the management in on it, and apparently, which I don't know how much of this I believe either. Apparently, their management even asked them to move, even though she's actually handicapped.
Yeah.
Like, and they got there first, so it
really shouldn't matter.
I know what the issue was. They said that there was nowhere for them to sit in an actual handicap seat or whatever, something to that effect. So their management asked them to move, which makes no sense. And she was complaining to me about how wrong that was, and how her grandchildren shouldn't have to move away from her because there are like so many pedophiles in the world and all that. And I was like, that's not really very valid in this context, but okay.
I mean, I wouldn't want my grandchildren to be away from me in a movie theater.
I wouldn't either.
Unless they were like on a date or something.
I wouldn't either, but that's very exaggerated.
Yeah. Like, to just jump to that immediately.
Yeah. But you know what else she jumped to? She brought race into this.
That's why it's important. I understand that.
She thought they were asking them to move because they didn't want to sit beside someone who was Hispanic.
Yeah.
Which...
People like that are just as ignorant as people who are racist like that. People who just assume that someone is being racist are just as ignorant as people who are racist.
Agreed.
And, like, if there is, like, if you can specifically tell that someone is being racist towards you, I'm not saying that those people are being ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you are being, like, discriminated against for your race, that is racism, no matter what your race is, and that is wrong. And those people are in the wrong for being racist towards you.
Right.
But if you are someone...
If you have an issue and you just bring race into it because it's there...
Yeah. If you try to use it as a crutch, then you're just as ignorant as those people.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to get something from your race.
In this situation, though, I just can't see why it would be that at all. Like
if someone had come in and said, like, I don't want to sit next to some dirty Mexican or something, and obviously I'm not saying that, but as an example, like, that is completely reasonable to be upset about.
Yeah, I don't understand why this person wanted them to move at all, because they got there first and they were actually handicapped and they had every right to be there as much as they did. But and I also don't understand why their management asked them to move. Like, that was a very crappy move.
Yeah.
But how is race involved at all?
It's not. Because if race was involved, then she would have said something about it. You know, did she say anything like they said to her something racist, or she said she assumed?
She just assumed.
Yeah, and that's
she was standing there complaining to me. She was like, "These white bigoted whatever," and I'm like, "What?"
She's saying this to a blonde, blue-eyed white boy.
I'm not even involved, and she's over here like, it almost got to the point, like, her volume level almost got to the point of me saying, "Ma'am, we have movies playing.
Please stop screaming."
Like, she was getting loud.
That's funny.
But eventually, she went into her movie, and she was like, I tell you, if it starts snowing real hard out there, I have to go over the mountain, and I know how that is. You better come get me. And I was like... I was thinking, like, that is not my responsibility.
Yeah, I'm not about to do that.
No, if it did, I would have, just because I want her out of that theater. But, like,
you don't want to deal with it when it's snowing and she's like, "Why are you doing it?"
Dude, she would have freaking eaten me if I didn't come get her.
You're racist! You didn't get her because it was snowing. You're racist.
Like, what? What is wrong with you?
That's so funny. Get me if it's snowing. That's so good. Look at the weather.
Right?
Do you not have a phone? Go to the library and look at the weather. Watch the news.
No, but she doesn't believe the weather.
Oh, she
knows how bad the mountain gets.
Did she say that?
Yeah.
She said she didn't believe the weather?
I mean, not word for word, but pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Like,
who's texting?
She said something like, they're not calling for it or whatever, but I know what happened on the mountain, and I was like, okay.
To be fair,
which that's fair.
Yeah,
that is fair.
That mountain is ridiculous.
I had literally the same experience. I mean, not with the same mountain, obviously, but because I looked at the weather before I left Friday, and it was for the most part like fairly clear. And then the mountain on the way and on the way back was the worst part.
Yeah.
Like, it really wasn't doing anything anywhere else. But on
By the way,
there,
we live in the Appalachian Mountains. So, mountains are
they know where we live now.
Well, we've already told them we live in North Georgia.
I'm kidding.
They could probably pinpoint our location based on other things we've said.
Yeah.
And it's the Appalachian.
I just tell them my address?
Yeah, do it.
Bro, just come over. We'll have a what's it called? They're
gonna SWAT us.
No.
Have you seen videos of people getting swatted?
We'll start
on the street?
a hype house, a Descant hype house.
What is that?
You don't know what a hype house is?
No. Is that?
It's basically a YouTube house.
Oh, okay.
Just for, just used more generally.
Oh,
more loosely.
Like fans know
They have
the
a
address
TikTok
and stuff?
hype house.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm.
Who's they? TikTok?
I know Charlie D'Amelio's in it. She's like the most popular. You know who that is, right?
No.
No? She's
I'm
like
not
the
on
most
TikTok,
popular
bro.
TikTok.
The only time
creator.
I'm on TikTok is when Grayley sends me
Her
TikToks.
boyfriend, Lil Huddy.
Lil Huddy. Wow.
Addison something or other. Bunch of people.
Quick question. If you were a rapper, what would your name be? Like, legit. Don't just, like, spout something.
You know what the first thing that came to mind was?
What?
Little Meatball.
That's good. Like a big meatball. We could be
Meatball! Bro, the Swedish meatball.
What? I don't remember the Swedish.
Good morning, gamers. You know.
What?
Come on. Sven!
Oh, you're talking about
The
PewDiePie.
meatball.
Why meatball?
Oh! There it is!
Oh, he built the
I knew you'd
meatball. I
freaking
forgot.
click.
I keep forgetting he played Minecraft. Also, have you seen the videos he did recently where he was looking at memes of Sven and he keeps trying to start Minecraft?
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know my password. And then he sees a meme about Sven and how he's sad that Pewds isn't coming back and he's like, Sven!
Bro, did you watch the robbery video?
Yes.
He was like, my thoughts on being robbed.
And then he just started talking about like Greek philosophers and stuff.
Here's this guy who didn't care about worldly possessions. Here you go.
Honestly,
He really didn't like...
he didn't talk about the robbery that much.
No.
But
But I
like that
like
video.
what he
That was
said.
interesting.
Yeah.
It was really, really weird, but it was really interesting.
Next topic.
If you haven't watched that video, it's actually a pretty interesting video.
It's- I'm pretty sure it's titled "My Thoughts on Getting Robbed."
for
PewDiePie.
for in reference as to what's going on, background information. PewDiePie and his wife Marzia, their house in Japan got robbed, and PewDiePie Felix didn't actually lose anything. They only stole Marzia's stuff.
Mostly.
No, it was only hers. Like, I think they may have taken, like, some pens of his, but, like...
Some pens.
Like, his whole gaming setup, his 2 monitors, his computer, his key, all his lights, everything was fine. And they only took her jewelry. So, like, it's a lot more affecting her than it is him.
Yeah.
But they're fine, like, everything's fine. Their house in...
they weren't there.
Yeah,
obviously.
their house in Britain is fine. That's where they live mainly. But it really hit home to Pewds because he was like, I mean, it didn't really affect me, but it did affect Marzia, and it made me realize that as long as we're okay, that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
So really anything that he doesn't use on a daily basis or anything that doesn't have significant meaning to him, he got rid of. And did you see that as an example it's basically a slideshow. He doesn't really show his face at all. Maybe a little at the beginning, but it's just a slideshow of pictures and Wikipedia articles and stuff like that. But he's like, anything that didn't matter to me, like awards or stuff like that. I think he got rid of the YouTube awards. Honestly.
Because I thought about that.
One of the pictures was that. And honestly, I wouldn't see much point if I was in his shoes of keeping, say, the silver, the gold, or the
I would keep them all. I couldn't part with something like that.
Because you have to think he has the old schooler ones.
Yeah.
Because the new ones are like the plaques.
But he did say he wouldn't get rid of anything with value. So it just depends on if he considers that valuable.
But when he was saying that, on screen there was a picture of the YouTube play buttons.
And I didn't know what to think about that.
I can't imagine him getting rid of the Ruby one, the 50 million one. Remember the one that's in the shape of the
100
fist? Or the 100 million
that he
one.
broke. Freaking clown.
Instantly, the triangle just fell off. That play button looks cool though, the black and red. That's clean. I have to say that's really clean.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine him getting rid of those. I wouldn't put it past him to get rid of the 100 mil, or the 100,000 or the mil, because those at this point are kind of worthless, just because he's literally at 100 times that now. Or
That's weird to think about.
In the case of the silver one, 1,000 times that now. Which is interesting. You think about the fact that if they gave you one for every 100,000, he would have 1,000 silver play buttons. Which is weird.
Thinking about how many people actually get that one is kind of crazy too.
Because you have to think, there's a lot of people with the silver play button, but not...
How many is it again?
It's 100,000.
100,000.
100,000 subscribers gets you the silver play button, 1 million gets you the gold, and then you get a custom one at 50 million. Which so far is only a couple channels. And there's only 2 at 100 mil right now.
T-Series and PewDiePie.
Yeah, and T-Series beat him. And it has the record now. Last year PewDiePie got the most views, by the way. Did you see YouTube Rewind?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. I didn't hate YouTube Rewind of 2019.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it. But compared to 2018, it was 100% better. It literally was just a Watch Mojo.
That is true.
But
it's respectable.
They acknowledged the fact that they made a mistake by making something that wasn't good. Will Smith was in it. Why was Will Smith in it? He's not a YouTuber.
Bro, it's rewind time.
I mean, that spawned one of the best memes of all time.
Bro, somebody just liked my video on TikTok.
Let's go.
I don't know what video it is, and I don't know who this clown is, but...
Clown. But in case you haven't seen 2018 and 2019 YouTube Rewinds...
Don't watch 2018.
No, you have to.
I'm just kidding.
Watch 2018 and then watch 2019 YouTube Rewind. And just look at the...
Because if you just watch 2019, then you won't get it.
Yeah. And if you watch 2019 first, you may not get it. Because, watch 2018 and then watch 2019. And see the fact that it is definitely an improvement. Because it talks about things we care about. Like, it's statistics. It's literally just statistics. But the whole point of YouTube Rewind is to show us, like, hey, these are all the creators you liked, and, like, make a big, like, video out of it and include all the creators and make some, like, big masterpiece. Like, do you remember the one for 2013?
God. No.
It had Gangnam Style and What Does the Fox Say in it. Which was cool. Like, that's cool. Because those
weird that was 7 years ago.
Also, Gangnam Style, I'm pretty sure, still holds the record for the most views on YouTube on one video. I'm fairly certain. That may be wrong. But it was like in the billions on one video. Also, did you see Mr. Beast posted a video and he's like, let's get this to the second most liked video? And the only reason he said second most liked is because he didn't want to top PewDiePie.
Yeah.
And then he topped PewDiePie. And he was like, no! And it was so funny.
It had like an egg as a thumbnail because that was going around.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, do you follow the egg on Instagram still?
Yeah, we talked about that.
It's
like,
so
on
positive.
podcast.
It's so good.
I remember that.
It's so nice. It's so cute. Like that's just some random guy. That was just some random idiot who was like, oh.
And I love that so many people came together to do something that funny and stupid.
It's so nice. And the fact that like
and crushing some Hollywood press.
Yes. But like by 4 times. Because she had, I think,
she
16.
even live in Hollywood. I don't know.
There's no way she doesn't.
She's a prince, that's for sure.
Yeah. Kim Kardashian is 5'1", by the way. I found that out today. She's so short.
I walked in my room and he was like, "Did you know Kim Kardashian's 5'1"?" And I was like,
I found that out like 2 minutes before we started the podcast. And Ariana Grande is 5'2". Ariana Grande is taller than Kim Kardashian.
She's 5'2". Dang.
How tall is Amy? No last name. She's short.
Know.
I think she's like 4'11". She's the shortest person ever.
Bro, could you imagine if she listened? She wouldn't. There's no.
She would listen. She loves both of us.
Really?
She loves us. What are you talking about? Every time I see Amy, she's like, oh. It's also the same for
she
Allie.
Loves you.
You don't think she likes you?
I don't think she likes me.
She loves me. Allie loves me.
I think it's because...
Anytime Allie sees me, she screams.
And if you are listening, I want you to know this. So, like, I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hide it or anything. I had a crush on her for, like, half of high school, probably, at least.
I think most of our friend group was like, she's pretty cute, at least once. But yeah.
But I feel like that kind of situation is never, like, a good... Like, having a crush from, like, afar,
Yeah.
is never, like, a good lead-up for a friendship.
Yeah, it's not great.
Because I feel like...
Because you always have the expectation in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Whether or not you, like, act on it or think about it actively, you're always, like, I want to date this girl
Yeah.
with every fiber in my being.
And I feel like really early on, I was just kind of an annoying freshman to her, which I was, you know.
You still are.
I still am.
To me.
But
I hate you.
if you are listening, I think you're cool.
We love you, Allie. And Amy. I'm talking about Amy, but I said
I
Allie.
don't have a crush on you anymore, so if you want to be friends... just...
What a way to word it. I don't like you. You're not cute. I think you're annoying. But let's be friends.
I didn't say that.
No, I know. I just think it's funny.
You're also short.
You are. It was so... Every time I hugged her, I had to, like, bend over.
That's what I was going to say. I like hugging short girls.
I do, too.
Or short people.
Every girl that I've dated
Doesn't have
has
to
been
be a
significantly shorter
Sky
than me.
Martinez, I like hugging him. Just
don't-
because he's short. I just like hugging short people.
I just like hugging.
I just like hugging. Yeah.
I want to hug my girlfriend all
Hugging
the time.
people-
And then she acts like an idiot.
I like hugging people.
If
I
you have
like
a
hugs.
girlfriend, listen. Girlfriends are so annoying.
Dump her. If you have a girlfriend, stop.
Get her out of here. Like, I'll try to hug my girlfriend or like give her a kiss or something, and she'll just like make some stupid face or start dancing. I'm like, stop it! Stop! I want to hug you, want to show you affection, and you're going ah and doing something stupid.
All
And I
right.
know she's not listening to this because she hates me. She doesn't support me. Terrible girlfriend.
I have a question.
What's that?
What is your earliest... this is a new topic in case you haven't noticed.
Yeah.
What is your earliest memory?
I don't have an earliest memory. Yes, I do.
And how old were you?
I tell myself that I remember this, but my mom tells me that I've just seen a video of it.
Yeah.
So that's
and
fair.
that's I feel like there's a big problem in that way, because
I know what I do remember
yeah,
when I was 3. But I think earliest memory, I'll tell both. The one that I'm not positive if I remember, or I just remember seeing a video, was I was laying on this bed, and my mom was like, "How old are you?" And I held up 2 fingers, like one on each hand, and I said 2, and like that's it. And she's like,
Wow.
"What?" And I was like 2, and like that. I was so excited to be
was
2.
your first word too?
No,
I'm just kidding.
I'm pretty sure my first word was bite, which is hilarious because I was always hungry,
Oh,
and I'd be like bite, because I would always want to bite. Because I'm fat. Just fat out the womb, bro. I came out the womb. Bite.
my first word was burger.
Was it really?
No.
My first
I wish, dude.
My first word was
Hot dog.
My first word was a full sentence. Mother, I would appreciate some sustenance.
That's funny.
You want to know what my this isn't my sister's first word. I don't remember what hers was. But so she did this thing when she was really little. And she would anytime she would want something to be like she would want something to be hotter, like she was cold, or she wanted something to be more. She wanted something to be greater, if that makes sense. She would say louder. Because she just assumed that louder meant
Applied to that too.
applied to anything more. So whenever we would push her on the swings and she wanted to
Louder.
go higher, she would go louder, louder, louder. And it was so funny. Because we just push her real gentle and then she'd just start screaming, louder, louder. So then we'd push her really high and she'd start screaming and she laughed. It was so cute. Also, it's really funny. I don't remember where this came. Well, no, I won't share that. That's kind of personal. Never mind.
Okay.
It's not my detail to share.
I have a lot of trouble differentiating between memory and photos or videos or stories. And to answer this question for myself, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I was raised in church, basically. So I have a lot of memories of just running around random churches as a child. You know, nothing really specific.
Yeah. Just being in church.
Yeah. And I went to Jamaica when I was like 4.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. And I really want to say that I don't remember any of it, but
You feel like you remember bits?
I was older than I thought that I was, because I was talking to my mom about this, and she said I was like 4 or 5, which that's old enough to really remember most things. I feel like when you start remembering stuff is like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But if I really think about it, I feel like I don't remember Jamaica, like, at all.
Yeah.
But I've seen pictures, and it makes me think that I do.
Yeah, it makes it like reminds you.
I really don't think in actuality that I remember any of it.
Yeah. I think my earliest memory that I know that I remember was when I was 3, and it was right before my parents got divorced. There's 2 memories here. I don't know in what order they come. But one memory I remember, it's happy and sad, honestly. The happy one is I was with my dad at his work for some reason, and he tells me that it wasn't this company. And obviously I was a child, so I don't know. He worked for a cement company in Florida at some point, and to this day, he claims that was his favorite job ever. And it's weird because he's worked a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
And he still claims that was his favorite one. And
it's interesting.
Anyway, so apparently it was a different job than that. I thought it was the cement one because I was digging in sand, or like some sort of powdery stuff. I thought it was sand.
Oh my gosh, I think you just triggered, like, my first memory. I remember something now. I have no idea how old I was, but I know that I was really, really young. Mm-hmm. But I remember we had a sandbox. It was, like, pretty small, like the size of one of those, like, mini pools. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? And it was a green turtle, and we bought these bags from Home Depot, these bags of sand, and filled it up, and we would, like, you had to, like, change it or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it would get dirty and all that. Weird that sand can get dirty.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, we used to beg Mom to, like, buy us more sand. But I feel like I remember at a very, very young age just playing in those.
Yeah.
And I think something like that would probably be it. But I have no idea how to put an age on it either, so.
So this was my dad tells me that this was later. So this may be when I was like 5.
Yeah.
Instead of 3. This may be somewhere near Atlanta because that's where my dad lived at the time after my parents divorced. By the way, my parents divorced when I was 3, so I don't really remember them together. So don't be in the comments thinking, "Oh, he's depressed because I was 3." Yeah, it's fine. They've been divorced my whole life. It's not like
I think
trauma.
We've said this before on podcast, but better to be happy and separated than together and miserable.
Yeah. Anyway, so outside this big garage, I think there was this pile of sand, and it wasn't like it was just like on the concrete. And I brought my cars, my little Matchbox, Hot Wheels, whatever. And I dug a tunnel from one end all the way to the other, and my dad helped me. And I just pushed my cars through as far as my tiny little arms would reach, run around to the other side, and pull them through the other way. And that's all I remember.
You might... I don't know how you keep doing this, but I think you triggered something even earlier.
What's that?
I had this really small toy orange car that... It had like several pieces, and you could take it apart and put it back together. It was, I think it was just 3 pieces. It was like the shell, and then like the bottom, and there was like a ball in it.
Yeah.
And the 2 like sets of wheels.
Yeah.
And I feel like this says a lot about my personality too. I would sit around and take it apart and put it back together for so long, and just like roll it along with my finger, and just play with it. And I feel like I was probably like 2 or 3, like, I don't know, very young for sure. And I still have it somewhere in this room. I think it's
Somewhere in your closet, probably.
Oh, it's in that box. Yeah. I know exactly what box it's in.
Interesting.
I'll show you after. I should just thumbnail this. A picture of it.
That'd be interesting. The sad memory. I remember my parents were fighting, and I asked them something I don't remember. And my dad yelled at me, and that was the first time my dad had ever yelled at me. And I cried or whatever, and I had to go in timeout, and I was in the hallway on this little stool that had my name on it that I think my grandfather made for me. And I was just sitting there crying, and my parents were arguing, and I just heard them screaming at each other. And I think it was very shortly after that my mother and I moved to Georgia. Like, I think that may have been the fight that kind of pushed it over the edge. And I told my dad that years later. This was like maybe last year.
Then?
I'm fairly certain 3.
Okay.
And I told my dad that years later, and he cried. He was like, "I'm sorry," and I was like, "What?" Dad, this was like 15 years ago. Like,
oh my gosh.
It doesn't matter.
I want to say the reason that I asked
my dad is so emotional. It's really funny. And also sad.
Red and Link talked about this on Air Biscuits, and it got me thinking because at first I mean obviously I came up with something now, but I listened to this episode like a week ago, and until now I had nothing. I could not come up with a single thing.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. But the thing, and they talked about this of course too, the thing that both of their memories and your memory has in common, they were all very traumatic.
Yeah.
That
tends to be
weird
how it
to
is.
think about.
Humans at early ages don't tend to remember happy memories because they're just kids aren't able to understand that there are happy times and sad times.
Yeah.
So they think that everything's happy, and then when something's sad, that goes into their head.
It's significant.
Yeah.
Because it's different.
It's different than what they've known. And I think that's why I vividly remember my parents screaming like that. And another memory, which is less sad, I'm just moving on from this thought, was when I was 5. And my dad and I were in some mall, and there was a diamond place, like a ring, it like Jared's, like a ring place, like a wedding ring store. Oh Lord, what was that? It was like a 7. It was pretty good.
I was gonna say 8. I'm always one above you.
Yeah, that's always how it is. I rank myself lower. I have higher standards. Also, this is a side note, but Grayley and I talked about that and how she was like, "Why do you always rank my burps higher than yours?" And I was like, "Because I have lower standards for your burps."
Yeah, it's based on the person.
Yeah, it's not based on just the velocity of the burp.
It's based on what your
because if it was
maximum potential is.
I would just rate all of hers like from 1 to 3 because they're terrible.
Yours are all just like 12.
Yeah, if there was a scale like that, but I rate most of mine like 6 or 7, and then hers I rank higher when they're good, and she's like a 6 for me would be like a 9 for her, and she's like, "Why do you do that?" And I was like, I explained, and she's like, "That's not fair." And I was like, "Well, do you want to get a high score or not?" Like, it's per person. Your burps aren't as loud as mine. Anyway, so there was a diamond place, and they had these teddy bears outside as like a promotional thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And they had like this little vest on.
Build-A-Bear?
No.
Sponsor.
So I don't remember what they were for or if you had to buy them or whatever, but I ended up getting one. My dad got me one. And I named it Teddy because I'm real original at the ripe age of 5. And I still have that bear.
Oh.
That was my first, and I know exactly where it is. That was my first, like, real, like, thing that I cared about, like a real stuffed animal or anything like that. And I still have it, and I cherish that thing because it was something my dad gave me. I obviously don't sleep with it anymore. But I, in case you don't, I'm about to expose myself right now. I'm a very emotional person.
Pisces.
Pisces, yeah. I get very attached to things and people.
Sad and creative.
Yeah, that's me. And I rely on emotions more than I probably should. and I used that bear probably until I was about 13, just because
Nothing wrong with that.
I was so
Sentimental.
I was sentimental. I was so emotionally attached to it. And my cousin in Florida, who I haven't talked to in a while, and I really need to, he had a bear, whose name was Bear, which is so funny.
Less creative.
So together we had Teddy Bear, because I had Teddy and he had Bear.
Oh man.
And when we would go to Florida, when I would go to Florida, my cousin would come over to the grandparents' house, and I would stay there basically all summer. And I would bring Teddy with me, and I remember one year I didn't bring Teddy, and I was absolutely devastated. And like about a week into me being there, in the mail, here comes Teddy, because my mom sent him.
Oh.
And she sent him down. And another thing, one time we were in a hotel, I'm pretty sure going to Maine with my mom and my stepdad, going to see his parents. And I left Teddy in a hotel room. And it was
Poor Teddy.
traumatic, because I didn't comprehend it until we were like 2 hours away. Like, we couldn't turn around.
Oh.
Like, if it had been like half an hour, I think we could have maybe turned around or something, you know?
Yeah.
But it was like way too late.
So it's just gone?
No. I still have it, I told you.
Oh.
My mom called the hotel room. Apparently, for some reason, they hadn't cleaned the room yet. It was like 2 hours later. Very strange.
Usually they have people like coming into
Yeah.
the room like an hour after you're supposed to be gone. Like
So-
they don't.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't 2 hours after. Maybe it was like half an hour or something like that. But we couldn't turn around regardless, because we were already far down the road. My mom called, and they went in there, and they were like, "Yep, he's here," and they shipped him to Maine. So he was actually
Dang.
there about a day after we were. He was waiting. So
He was waiting.
that was really cool, and I really appreciated that. And after that, I never misplaced him. That was the last time. Like, I was like, this bear is not going anywhere, and I still
Yeah.
have him.
Teddy.
Good old Teddy.
So,
and the best part about this bear, this is the last thing I'm going to say about him, he's sitting. He's like stuck in a sitting position. Like his
Yeah.
legs are out, like he's sitting. So it's not like you can play with him.
That's true.
He just sits. But I loved him. He was like the best thing that I ever had, and it was so interesting.
We love a lazy teddy bear.
We do. He's always sitting.
So back to the trauma being associated with early memories. Do you think a reason why I struggled so much to come up with an earliest memory is because I didn't have a lot of trauma in my childhood?
That might be why, honestly.
Because if I really think about it, like, my childhood was really good.
Yeah.
Like, I would almost say, like, almost nothing bad happened from birth to... I mean, obviously this is an exaggeration a little bit, but nothing significantly terrible happened from birth to, like, being 9.
Yeah.
You know, like... That's
I remember, this is
quite the blessing.
a pretty recent traumatic memory for me. Not recent as in the past couple years. I was like...
My first memory was
prom.
today.
I went to prom 4 times, by the way.
4?
Yeah, you didn't know
I
that?
thought it was 3.
Destiny, CC, Karina, Grayley. I went my sophomore, junior, senior, and then the year after I graduated, I went with my girlfriend because she was a senior. My proms got exponentially better.
Yeah.
You went to...
I went to 2.
Did you go to your senior prom? Or,
Mhm.
yeah, you went to senior.
I did.
You didn't go to your sophomore prom.
On the topic of...
So-
there isn't a sophomore
You're
prom.
right, I'm an idiot. Did you go to junior prom?
Usually.
You did go to junior prom.
I went to junior
Yes.
and senior. What normal people do
Yeah.
when you don't date everyone. I'm just kidding.
I had a lot of girlfriends, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty average. I'm just, like, below average on the number of
Think about
girlfriends I've
Joseph.
had.
He's had one.
1.
Well,
That's
two.
crazy.
He's had two. We're not going to talk about the
I've
other
had 2.
I'll tell you about the other one because it's common knowledge among our friends, but I'm not going to tell the podcast because I need to get
That's fine.
confirmation on that I can tell people about that because it's so good.
What were we talking about before that?
Earliest memories. You were talking about
after that.
Girlfriends.
I had something to say that I don't.
You're below average on amount of girlfriends.
No, it's before that. I think I just said it in my mind, and I expect you to know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I do not.
Oh, we were talking about prom. I know what I was gonna say. My junior prom. I don't know if I should say this actually.
Lay it on me.
My junior prom was really good, but my senior prom was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I know. I was there for that.
Oh yeah, you were at both of my proms and more. School dances are so
I miss them.
stupid.
I miss them. I really do miss.
I miss them, but they're so stupid.
Because in what other setting are you going to be
Right?
that hyped up and crazy with those people?
And if you're not hyped up, people are disappointed.
Yeah.
That's something I personally experienced because I didn't I was a homeschooled kid for half of school, so I just didn't quite get it at first. But
My prom experience only got better because the first time I went was with someone it was a toxic relationship, and obviously I don't know if you knew this. She and I are like cool now. It's whatever. But she and I did not work well together, and it was just. I was a sophomore in a prom with juniors and seniors. I didn't know anybody.
yeah,
No one I knew there liked me. My girlfriend didn't even like me.
As
so.
a senior, the combined dances with like freshmen and sophomores too
Yeah,
were always so weird.
It's weird.
Because
Like homecoming.
being a freshman and being a senior, it's so close together. Like in the
Like the
grand scheme of it all. But it's
When you're in
so
high school,
different.
yeah.
Like everything about it is so different. The experiences, the personalities, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much people evolve in such a short amount of time.
Yeah. Also, it's funny to think about the fact that somebody like I don't want to say her name.
Would you like a frog to be inserted?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 2 frogs. She it's this girl that we know.
Wow.
It took me so long to realize that she was 2 grades below me.
Yeah.
She was a grade below you.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even comprehend that. And when like last year when my girlfriend was a senior,
It explains some things.
it does. When my girlfriend was a senior, I saw this girl and I was like, "How do you like being a senior?" And she's like, "I'm a junior." And I was like, "What? You're not?" And I was like, "You weren't a junior when I was a senior?" And she's like, "No." I was like,
Okay.
she's a senior now. Oh no, she's
a senior now.
yeah, senior now.
It's-
Because so is
It doesn't feel like she should still be in
so is
school.
Karina's sister. She's a senior now.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's just weird. It's like I forget that because I interacted with her so much the latter half of my high school year just because she was around my girlfriend because they were friends and stuff like that. And then it's just weird. And like people every day I forgot that you weren't a senior. I remember do you remember on it was like pretty close to it was during graduation practice. I was like, "See you at graduation practice," but do you remember that?
I do.
And you were like, "No." And I was like, "Oh, yeah."
Do you remember? I was with you and Ben on the last day too. Like I left the high school with you guys for the last time.
I remember we were all in Ben's car. I remember that.
Yeah, that was
Driving
equally as weird to see as it was to experience.
because when you drive out of your high school for the final time, because obviously
It is.
I don't know if other places do this, but the seniors get the last week of school off.
Yeah.
Like they don't have to go. Driving out of that school for the last time like after a school day, and we left early that day, didn't we?
It's one of the most unique feelings.
Because
that
it's
I've
so bittersweet, because you're like, I'm finally free out of this crap hole.
It's so, like, symbolic, too.
I haven't seen half those people. Like,
yeah.
and it's so weird because you think...
There are people that graduated with me that are married.
Yeah.
Several that have children that are over 1.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Like the
Don't.
You know who we're talking
I know
about.
who they
The
are.
one that's friends with Poe, that girl.
What?
The one with 2 last names.
I'm at a loss, dude.
You're gonna have to put a frog.
Well, that's who I was thinking of, but when you put it like that, for some reason...
she's friends with Poe, and she has 2 last names.
For some reason, it didn't make sense.
I mean, she had a kid when she was a senior. Like, she had a kid in school.
Yeah.
So...
I'm taking the week off to have my child. Bye-bye.
No. Get into Spanish.
She, like, brought her kid to school all the time.
I know.
And I was like, bro, this is... Why?
And everyone in the, like, early childhood, whatever that class is, they were like, give us the baby. Give us the child. Now.
Like, why is it...
That was so funny. Because I heard stories because Graylee talked about her. She was like, she's so annoying. She is annoying.
Do you think we should maybe not talk about her?
I don't
maybe
care.
He'll get it. I don't either.
She and I aren't friends. We're just acquaintances.
Yeah. So I want to end this episode with a final topic.
All right.
You know what that topic might be?
What is it?
Bumper stickers.
What? Incredible.
On a light-hearted note.
I say we should turn it around because we've had this has been a weird episode.
It has. It's been like, it's kind of deep, but like also what?
Yeah. I like this episode.
So do I.
All right, what do you want to talk about with bumper stickers?
I want to get your opinion first.
I think they're tacky.
I agree.
However, I think there are some good ones.
Okay.
Like, I don't want any that already exist. I want to, like, make my own and make them...
Yeah.
Like, I want to get one that just says Pog
Dude,
or something like that.
Let me show you what would be a good bumper sticker.
He's getting something out of his closet.
This. That would be cool.
Isn't that a bumper sticker?
It's a sticker.
Is that room 27?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't really read it.
They gave away free stickers at the show, and I got one, and it just says room 27, and it has like a bug on it.
I really want a bumper sticker that's just the words bumper sticker. I think that's
That would be
funny.
good.
That's the type of stuff. But if I have a nice car...
Stupid or funny stuff, I'm in favor of that. Or like...
If I get a really crappy car, I'm slamming that thing full of bumper stickers. Like, I want to make it as tacky as possible.
Yeah.
And I'm going to call it the Tackmobile. You think I won't. It's going to be so good.
The Tackmobile.
And I want to just overload it. But if I ever get, like, a really nice, like, an SUV or, like a sport, like a Tesla or something like that, you know, like, obviously way
Big
later
dreams.
down the line. Also, Teslas are not expensive as you think they are. Like, they're obviously high-end, but they're not.
How expensive?
As far as I remember...
Like $100,000?
Less.
Less?
Yeah. They're like 50 to 80. Yeah. They're
buying a
not
Tesla.
nearly as expensive as you think they are. I mean, it's Elon.
Mr. Musk.
It's not like he needs more money.
Yeah.
He made PayPal, for goodness sake. Like, what? He
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. He made PayPal, and they were like, this is cool. And he's like, all right, take it. And then they gave him trillions of dollars, and he's like, well, what do I do now? I guess I'll send my car into space on a rocket. And then tweet about male depression.
Bro,
Have I shown you that tweet? That was like 2 days ago.
Elon's just vibing, dude.
He tweeted a Flex Seal meme. What's going on? What reality do we live in?
We love Elon.
He hosted Meme Review with Justin Roiland.
We love Elon.
Elon, are you okay?
I feel like bumper stickers in that context, that's good. Like, something that's funny, something that's stupid, or like just a cool logo, you know? I can vibe with that. But when people are out here with these Trump 2020 bumper stickers, or... this is something I actually saw on the trip Friday. It said Obama, one big A mistake, America. Come on. Why?
I hate Obama.
Why do you have to...
No Obama?
I don't
Dude,
even...
I want a no Obama sticker. But that is just so funny.
I'm not trying
That's the bumper stickers I
Dude,
want. I want to get every election bumper sticker
No!
that I can find. Like
That-
like both sides. Like I want all of them.
Okay, that
like
would be
Hillary
kinda
2016, Trump 2016, Bernie 2016, and then I want to get like a Kanye 2020 bumper sticker, even though he's not running because he's a freaking liar. I think I wouldn't have voted for Kanye.
But...
Honestly, he would have gotten impeached anyway if he made it. So it would have just been funny to see it. You know, to see him become
Yeah.
the president of the United States. Well, he wouldn't have been impeached because he wouldn't make... I don't know, maybe he would commit a crime. I want to see Kanye run for president. He better at some point. Do you remember when that whole thing he
Yes,
was
I
like,
do.
I'm running.
I want to talk about bumper stickers, dude. Come
Okay,
on.
well, what do you want to talk about? Bro, this is going to be like a 4-hour episode.
I don't care. I want to express my hatred.
Okay.
Why, like, I'm not going to say what I feel politically here because it doesn't matter. It's not really relevant. But why would you...
Is it that you hate people that aren't white?
Dude.
Should I not say that? It was a joke. Please. I'm not being racist.
Why would you express your political opinion on the freaking back of your car? Same goes for political t-shirts or hats or whatever. I see people...
I want a MAGA hat, too.
I see people that come in with like Trump 2020 hats or Make America Great Again.
Dude, those hats
and
are so funny.
I'm not even targeting Trump. Like I don't care. I don't want to get into that. But expressing your opinion through merchandise does nothing. What is the purpose?
It's the concept of
support.
Yeah.
But
It's like buying merch from a YouTuber. You want to support them.
I felt like you would say that, and I don't know if I really agree.
Well, there's also the old rednecks that just buy the MAGA cap because they want to show off
The what?
MAGA. Make
MAGA?
America Great Again. That's what they're called, MAGA cap.
Oh my god.
The red cap that says Make America Great Again. The people who buy those aren't reasonable people.
Stupid.
Nobody buys a MAGA cap that, like, and wears it. Like, I would buy one, but I wouldn't wear it. I just hang it up in my room because it's funny. I would, like, put it on a shelf, and I'd be like, here's my MAGA cap.
And also, you know those bumper stickers that are like, proud, insert college here, mom?
Yeah.
That is so stupid. Come on.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Baby on board.
Nobody that looks at the back of your car cares.
My student gets straight A's. They're in, like, 4th grade. Shut up.
What? Why is that something that you have to have on the back of your car? Because
Or the ones that
people
say coexist.
I like those.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. I knew it. I hate those. Those are so stupid. You look at somebody who has a coexist bumper sticker, and you know exactly who they are.
Hannah.
Yes. You know exactly the person. No, she wouldn't have a coexist bumper sticker.
No, because that's too relevant.
Yeah. She'd make her own out of, like, paper. And then just, like, super glue it to the back of her car and then wreck 20 minutes later. I'm really glad she's not here to hear me say that. She'd come in and whoop me. But, like, I know, listen.
She is here. You hear her? She's pulling up.
You were here for the, or you were in class for the flag debate of, what was that, 2018?
Probably.
Long story short, I think flags are stupid. I'm not going to get into it. I feel the same about bumper stickers when it comes to a lot of those things.
It does nothing because the people that see it are random people that don't know you that are passing by, and a random person isn't going to influence you like that.
Yeah.
By just stating their opinion. Like, I understand that you can be influenced in certain ways from random people, you know, but that's a whole other thing. But seeing the back of somebody's car and it saying that they support Trump or that their child goes to this college, what does that do?
Stating anything on the back of your car is just like bragging.
Yeah.
And when it comes to who you support or like your sexuality or something, like, you shouldn't be bragging.
LGBT bumper sticker.
Yes, I hate those. I think they're so stupid. Like, does that give me the right to, like, put a bumper sticker that says I'm straight? Like, on the back of my car? You don't care. I don't care that you're gay.
Bro, can we get a straight flag? Do you remember that?
Yeah. I think it's stupid. I think flags are stupid. I'm not getting into this because it's a whole debate and it's going to last another half hour.
I'm going to write that down for my topic list because I love this format, personally.
I like it.
Basically, I'm just writing things down that I think of throughout the week. And I put flags on there, and I also have a bunch of other stuff on there that we didn't talk about, and this can just be an ongoing thing. I like it.
I want to say this. I think this is going to be my last thing for the episode, because
Okay.
I just want to state this.
I'm done as well.
And I just want to get this out there because I know I instantly targeted the LGBT community, and
I felt like you were going to feel the need to clarify.
I want to state I have no quarrel with the LGBTQ plus community.
I also don't care.
It does not affect me in any way. I support them. I support what they do as a whole, and I support their decisions and stuff like that because it does not affect me.
Yeah.
I probably won't go to a rally because it doesn't apply to me, and I feel like I would be out of place there.
Yeah.
And I'm not as full on information. And I'd also like to clarify, for a lot of the things that I say, I don't have the full information. So if I'm missing out on something, I would like someone to tell me so at least I have the information.
Yeah.
And typically when people tell me the information, they're pretty nice about it, but I've had people who are like, "You're ignorant, you don't know this." And I'm like, "Well, I would know if you just told me." Instead of you screaming at me.
Basically, yeah.
I want to say that when I said that I think the gay pride flag, the rainbow flag is stupid, I understand.
It's not because of the community that it is involved with.
I think it's pointless.
It's because
However,
of what it is.
That is my opinion, and I understand why people like to have a flag that represents who they are. And a couple of years ago, I didn't understand that, and I've thought about it more recently. I do understand the fact that a specific group of people wants to see something that represents who they are, in the same context that Americans like the American flag, or the British like the British flag, like that type of thing.
Bro, the Confederate flag.
The South will rise again.
We'll talk about this later because I put flags on the list. We'll talk about
Basically, I just wanted to state, if you are a supporter of the fact that there's a flag for, bisexual, asexual, all these different sexualities and stuff like that, you're allowed to support anything you want, and I'm not hating on you. It just, in my opinion, I think having flags for these specific things are unnecessary.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, we're not going to go into it, but I think flags are unnecessary.
It has nothing to do with what it stands for. It's just what it is.
Yeah, because you shouldn't let the icon of your entire community be a piece of cloth. It just seems worthless to me. It seems very old school. Like when I think of the purpose of flags, you think back to the Revolutionary War, where they're standing in lines and they're like, "Hey, we're the British and we're the Americans," and they have the American flag, which, by the way, the older one looked cooler with the circle. Just gonna point that out. I know that it doesn't make sense in the context that we have.
Are you talking about the one with the 13 stars?
Yes, it did look cooler.
That's fair.
I mean, obviously it doesn't make sense because now we have 37 other states, and you can't really make a circle out of 50
math,
stars.
Dude.
Anyway.
Quick maths.
I just think of that, and it seems very, old school, and, I can't... Outdated, yes, to rely on flags for stuff like that. And obviously, I'm not part of the LGBT community, so I don't know the significance of it. It doesn't mean anything to me, so I feel like I'm not necessarily educated enough to try and tell somebody my opinion. But I just wanted to put it out there.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to clarify what I meant.
Yeah.
And not stating, I hate people who are gay.
We'll rant more about flags in another episode.
You got a really long eyelash on your left eye.
I'm trying to be professional.
We'll get the eyelash off your
left eye? What?
You want me to grab it?
I guess. Is this how close we are? Did you get it?
I got it.
Wow.
Fantastic.
You touched my eyelash.
Anyway, now that I went on a rant about the LGBT community again, for like the 8th time.
Oh my god. Follow us on social media. I'm at Eli Benjamin 26 on everything.
I am at Emeraldton.
My YouTube channel is Eli Benjamin.
At EMERALTON on Instagram and Twitter.
And at Descant.exe if you want. You don't have to follow that one, really.
I really don't post because I'm the worst.
I'm telling you, just give me the login.
No. I'm gonna. I swear to God, I'm gonna do it.
Please.
Are you ready for this?
Please. Wait, I was gonna. I thought I was.
About interrupting?
I felt like I was gonna say something else. It's been a good episode.
It has.
It's
been a long episode. This is our longest episode yet.
Oh yeah, no, that is not true.
How long?
100% not true.
What was our longest?
Like an hour and 45 minutes.
Well, that was the Vaughn episode.
And we had another that was an hour and 37. No, this is not. If you're on YouTube, give us a like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment. I'm not good at this.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this up to you because I refuse to do that.
Why?
I'm not gonna.
I feel like saying it makes a difference, though. I feel like hearing it,
like, comment, and subscribe.
Hearing it over and over again is like.
I like every video that I watch.
It makes you seem like a sellout, but I don't know. I actually feel like it makes a difference with some people.
I mean, it definitely does. Being reminded.
Yeah.
I mean, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want.
Leave a like.
Follow us on Spotify and stuff.
Yeah, like, we don't care. Just you do you. If you're not into this, just bye.
We like we've said in the past
just doing
16 episodes, we do plan on making a YouTube channel at some point. So keep on the lookout for that. It'll be everywhere.
I am posting a vlog. Actually, by the time this episode is out, it might be out. The vlog might be out.
Go watch it, Eli Benjamin on YouTube.
But that's for sure coming soon at some point, you know.
I've thought about vlogging, but my life isn't interesting, so.
Well, see, I kind of had the same dilemma, but you got to make it interesting. You got to just go out and do stuff.
Upload videos from my phone.
Yes.
Might have to do that. Might have to make a really bad.
You can
vlog.
get iMovie, so you can actually edit on your phone too. Yeah.
I might have to do that.
All right, Noah.
That might be pretty baller. My first video on my YouTube channel is a really bad vlog.
Well, that's what mine's going to be.
Also, I already know what my intro is going to be. I can't say it on this podcast.
What's up, gamers?
What's up, gamers?
All right.
Bye. 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 Bye.